Hi there everyone, it's Joe from Ainsley's Gold Silver Standard Insights, brought to you by goldsilverstandard.com and ainsleyBullion.com.au. It's TA Tuesday, where you get some price analysis from me on gold, silver and one of the cryptos. Today we are looking at Lunar Classic, but let's go straight to gold. We are using the tradingview.com website and it is priced in US dollars, currently hovering at about $1,630. Let's go back to September the 20th based on this particular chart. This is where we were last time, and we were hovering, or we'd broken just through, I believe, we had broken down through the 1700 level, and we were around or just under, I think, the 1680 level. So we had been talking about next moves down, because I did say last week it wasn't looking great for a pump upwards in the following week, and we certainly did not see that as predicted, I guess, if you want to call it that. We have seen a move down all the way back down to, at the moment, 1,620 US dollars. So let's pop that out on the weekly. But just before we do, we'll take a look at the relative strength index. As you can see here, it goes from periods of overbought to oversold. We're currently in a little period of oversold right here. I'll just show you that a little bit better. So we are in definite oversold territory here. So could we see a little bit of a rally in the next few days? Yeah, absolutely. That certainly could happen. But then we'll pop it out to the weekly and see where we are there from more of a macro view. So we could certainly pop up in the next few days to around about this level here of that 1660 level, 1650. But let's pop back out to the weekly and see where we are, a little bit of a more of a macro view. And as you can see here, we've definitely got this line in the sand of 1550, between 1550 to 1560. I think that's the next leg of the journey if we are heading down further. Although do note here on the relative strength index, we are moving into or very close to oversold territory. But with the RSI, with the relative strength index, you can certainly spend, a decent amount of time in overbought territory or oversold territory. So I think, on balance of probability, we may see a dip under into quite heavily oversold, but we may spend a little bit of time there. So that's definitely enough time to make our way down to that very key area of 1550, 1560. Am I saying it's going there? Definitely no, because we don't give financial advice, but I would just take that into account. And as I say every time, what you can do is you can pause this video for the further targets moving lower, but very quickly they are 1350 right here. And if we break above, well, you've got these obvious levels of resistance just there. And I think last time I did mention where we would be going potentially if we broke, in the next few weeks, next few months, we just go hog wild and we go breaking all-time highs. Doubt that's going to happen in the next few months, but I think in the last one I did give a bit of a more macro view on that, so check out last week's video. If it's not last week's, I'll pop a link to the specific one that it was. So that is gold, looking like it's heading down further at the moment. Got a bit of room to move. Do you disagree or do you agree? I always like when you agree with me, or if you disagree, pop a comment below and let me know where you think gold is going in the next week or two, or even the next couple of months. What's your prediction? So let me know. So that is gold. Let's take a look at silver on the weekly time frame. Right here on the daily we'll go to, actually, because we had been speaking about, because we were at, and I'll remove this. Actually, no, I'll keep it for the moment. We had broken above these couple of key areas, a few actually. We had broken below right here, the 1820 level, back down to 1750, broken all the way through these two key levels, which I thought they were, back up to $20, and we had been hovering just above that $19.40 level. We were right about on the 20th. Yeah, we were right about here at $19.50, $19.60 roughly. We had yet to break down. I had given my targets moving higher and my targets moving lower. I'll move that out into the macro. You can pause that in a second. But we did, since gold headed down, silver tends to follow. So we have since broken back down through 1880, and we have been making a play for 1820, but that is still yet to break down through it. So it's currently a potential level of support. Let's have a look at the relative strength index. Yep, as you can see here, it started going into overbought territory and then we came back down. We saw that level as we've been talking about, that 1880 level. And yeah, that's where we were. So we did break through and we're hovering down, going close to the oversold territory. So we could see a little bit of a rise in the next couple of days, but this is more indeterminate for me. But I guess where gold goes, silver does tend to follow. So if I do think gold is going lower, then I would have to say on balance of probability that silver is following. So let's see, you can pause this video right here to give my targets moving lower and my targets moving higher. That's it for silver at this stage, just a little bit indeterminate, but on balance of probability, lower if gold goes lower as well. So that is silver. Again, this is a really quick one. This week I'm trying to keep it a bit more brief for you guys, not make it so long. And lastly, let's take a look at Lunar Classic. What is Lunar Classic? It is an offshoot or a fork, no, not a fork, but it's an offshoot of Luna. So this is, and do your own research on this, but the Luna token, which is this one right here. And it was all to do with the Terra stablecoin as well, UST. Basically, a lot of stuff went down, not great stuff. Mr. Dao Quan is a very, he's a man that's, well, people are after him, let's say that much. And so we saw in Luna, we saw a massive, basically to zero. And so a lot of people, including myself actually, we picked up a little bit right down. I did picked up a little bit right down here. But we have seen with Lunar Classic, it's now a fork of, it's an overshoot of. So what has happened now is it's its own token, which is doing its own thing right here. So do more of your research on Luna and what happened with UST, etc. But if you're familiar, that's probably why you're watching this particular video, because you're familiar with what it does or with what happened exactly. So let's just quickly take a look at Lunar Classic on the daily right here. So you can see we opened, this is back in the end of May, at 0003 basically, and as you can see we bottomed all the way down to 0004 roughly, a nice move back up to 000165, and then another move back down. And you can see here how interesting the relative strength index works. Certainly once we broke down from here and all the way down to here, you could see that was definitely oversold. And then we came back up to this level here of the, as I said, 000165, and that became in overbought territory. And then there was a sell-off almost all the way down to oversold territory. We are definitely in oversold territory here. So then a huge rise back up, a lot of speculation with Luna, in particular because of the proposed 1.2% burn tax. So a lot of people decided, a lot of exchanges, etc., decided to implement that. And we since did see a move all the way back down, and it was looking a bit iffy, but it was just yesterday, this is on the daily time frame, CZ from Binance, the head of Binance, CZ announced that Binance would be implementing the 1.2% tax burn as well, and that just saw it soar. So around about 50% actually. Let's take a quick look. No, gee, on the 1 day, 80% move. That's crypto for you. 80% move in 1 day because of a little bit of positive news. Isn't it crazy how the differences between the volatility in crypto and bullion? So where are we going to go from here? Let's do a quick bit of analysis, and I'll pop into the 4-hourly. So if we think we're going to go a little bit further down and have a bit of a retracement, the easy area that I can see, and I think you can probably see this too, and I'll pop in my horizontal line, very easy to tell, is going to be at this support level around about here. I'll call it here actually, around about your 0.00025, let's call it that. You can very easily see a move down here, and if Lunar Classic is going to continue to go higher, then you could see a bounce off around about there, so 0.00025. If we break down further, the next level I'd be looking at would be, let's see right here, so we've already come back down to very close to this level. So if you can see this level right here of 000165, as I mentioned before. If we break down further and break down all the way down here, 000165 won't be a level of support because it's too close to this previous level of support. So the next level of support would be right here at 0014, I'd call it. So let's pop that in as well. 0014 or 000145, you can call it a range in between there. So somewhere between, if we break down through there, then definitely to your 0014 roughly. If we continue to go hog wild because of this fantastic news about Binance adhering to the 1.2% tax burn, what are the next targets moving higher? Well, you have right here, I think would be a slight area of resistance at 0004. And then I think after that, you've got the all-time high, I think pretty much is where you'll be going to at 0006. I'll pop that little line in right there. And let's do some blue sky thinking. And let's do a little bit of Fibonacci. And I'm going to take it from this high and this low. Now, I will mention the relative strength index in just a second. But let's do some blue sky thinking with the Fib. Take this high and this recent low right here of just the low of yesterday. And let's take a look at the 1.618 and the 2.618 levels. They're usually the most obvious areas of resistance after breaking an all-time high. So you have it right here at 0084. I think more likely with with Luna Classic, because when it moves pretty quickly. The volatility is quite high, that you would more likely come up to the 2.618, and that's at it's losing a decimal point, so 0.00125. So that's what I'll call it. Probably going to be wrong, but it's not an exact science here with technical analysis, etc. And yeah, that would be my call. After breaking 0006, basically going to go 100% in my opinion to, that's if we do, to 00125. So those are my areas moving lower and my areas moving higher for Luna Classic. Are you in Luna Classic? Post a comment below. Did you, like me actually, were you one of the ones that actually with Luna, again I'll pop it out to the daily, during the giant crash, did you scoop any up right here? Are you still holding them? Did you make a nice little bag and are you holding that? So let me know what you did. Post a comment below on YouTube. Of course, I'm always going to ask you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ainsley Bullion. And while you're there, head over to goldsilverstandard.com, because that's bringing gold and silver into the digital world, skirting both worlds. It might be something that would interest you, so check it out. And as always, at the end, as we say, balance your wealth in an unbalanced world. Take care, and we'll speak to you soon.